Hello, friends. Welcome. I'm Meg of megburtontudman.com, mindset health coach, and you are in the right place if you are seeking confidence in your own skin. I am so happy to be here with my friend, Katie Vaughn. Katie is a registered dietitian-nutritionist, and she has a couple other credentials that I'm going to read so that I don't mess them up, but they're phenomenal. She's also a board-certified specialist in sports dietetics and a metabolic efficiency training specialist. And she'll tell us more about exactly what those awesome certifications mean. But I want to share up front something that I love about Katie's approach to the work that she does. Her philosophy and what she recommends for her clients is more of a holistic approach to lifestyle rather than a specific diet or restrictive way of eating. And I think especially from a confidence standpoint, that is such a more sustainable and more effective approach to food and nutrition than anything else that's out there. So Katie, thank you so much for being with us today. I am thrilled to have you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Very grateful.
Wonderful. So tell us a little bit more about your certifications. They're a mouthful, but I know that set you apart from a lot of other people in the field. So can you chat with us about what those certifications mean and how it impacts your approach to nutrition?
Absolutely. So I'm a registered dietitian-nutritionist. I have a master's degree in nutrition and dietetics. I've always been interested in exercise and nutrition components. So I felt it was feasible to obtain the board certification in sports dietetics, which is basically a sports dietitian.
Okay.
So that sets me apart from other registered dietitians because the specialization in sports and how nutrition plays a role in enhancing performance,
Cool.
Whether that be couch to 5K or all the way up to a high level exerciser athlete.
Cool.
And I am a metabolic efficiency training specialist, which I am the only one in the Western New York area and the second one in New York State to be certified with this credential. And that basically means teaching your body how to eat the right foods throughout the day, meals and snacks. So your body utilizes the nutrition at a more efficient rate, or and allows your metabolism to work more efficiently. So people may have issues with GI issues or different medical disease states, abnormal blood work, not happy with their body composition per se. So the metabolic efficiency piece is very important to help fine-tune those things and help improve those things.
I love that because it goes so much deeper than just, oh, this is the current fad diet, we should all be eating this way. Like you're really taking a look at what's happening almost behind the scenes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right? And then making it work for you so that when you eat, one, you enjoy it,
right.
You figure out what is it that you like, but two, let's make that food really work for you and be exactly what your body needs.
Yes.
So cool.
Yes.
I love that. Awesome. Yes. And congrats on being only one of two. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's really cool. So let's dive right in. So from a confidence standpoint, what is the connection between what we eat and how we feel, not only about ourselves, but how we feel, I think, from an emotional and a mental standpoint? What are the correlations there?
So I always tell a lot of my clients, and especially people that are very, very focused on nutrition being more from a restrictive approach, that what you put into your body is how your body will perform. Mm-hmm. And having the proper balance of nutrition has a very strong connection with mental health because you're getting the right balance of all of the nutrients and vitamins and minerals and things like that. So I find that people tend to feel more confident when they feel strong and confident about the plan that I give them, whether it's a plan for better self-care through different techniques and strategies to work on, whether it's stress or sleep or exercise regimen. And then we will tap into the meal planning as well, but that is very flexible, non-restrictive, and we work through all the challenges different things that can come up with its busy lifestyle, emotional eating, or other things that can come up. That's not a very, very individualized approach. So I find that nutrition plays a huge role in how you feel, especially if they know they have the confidence in what they're eating is actually making them feel better. And typically when people follow the programs that they're in with me, they start having these feelings within a week or two, and that's enough to set them and motivate them to continue forward. With that, also making changes in habits and forming small habits one by one is very important in my program. So we start on that as well. So it's not a dive all in, you got to cut all this out and do all these things all at once. It's a very, it's a very slow, sustainable approach that encompasses more than just a meal plan. So like you said in the beginning.
Yeah, I love that. And to your point, I think those small changes and those quick wins too, really, that sets you up. Okay, I know that this made a difference. This food, when I ate it at this time, was really awesome. This self-care really made a difference. And if you can start to tune into that, I would think that would increase your confidence and help you continue to move forward, because it's hard to change eating habits. It's hard to change and create habits around self-care, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I tell my clients a lot, especially because I have the nutrition and exercise certification credential, that it's very easy to come to the gym or go for a run or walk. It seems a little bit more easier than putting the nutrition piece into place. The nutrition piece is always the most difficult. And for a lot of people, due to possibly the misconceptions that are on the internet, just not having the proper education, or just not having the proper motivation. And I'm kind of that kick in the butt that will help get them there as best as I can.
Right. A gentle kick in the butt.
Yes, very gentle.
What do you think, or what are you seeing, obviously without divulging any, confidences from your clients, but what's the biggest hurdle that when they're working with you, what's coming up most for them? That's the hardest thing to work past or through?
I find people can be that people that I've worked with in the past can be focused on quick results, short-term goals, that weight on the scale not moving as quickly as they'd like. So it's a challenge to work with my clients and to teach them that it's more about how you feel versus the number on the scale, but small body composition changes that you're noticing. They will tell me, I am noticing changes in body composition, but I'm not noticing any changes on the scale. So just really teaching people that the scale does not define who you are. It's not your self-worth. That number on the scale does not determine your self-worth. Right. And that's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. I tell clients that this way of thinking does not happen overnight, that we're constantly working together to kind of retrain the brain that, feeling good and having sustainable energies and small changes in body composition, even changes in performance, improvements in sleep, reduced cravings, better overall balance of hunger and satiety levels, things like that. And just really tapping into that every single week with my clients, with each program that I have, really helps them understand. And then they start realizing, wow, okay, these changes are happening. I am answering yes to all these questions, or to most of these questions. So it's a work in progress, but you definitely notice that their minds start shifting differently throughout the program.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Absolutely. That mindset piece, I think, especially with regard to food, with regard to exercise, is so critical. And if you can, again, have somebody behind you supporting you, obviously so helpful. And also, literally fuel your body with the right food to help keep those energy levels high, to help better regulate your sleep. All of that is going to impact how you feel mentally and emotionally, how you feel from a confidence standpoint. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are some of I love that you incorporate self-care, because I think so often when we hear the word dietitian or nutritionist, we think, oh, they're solely focused on food, so I'm going to get a meal plan and that's it. And I love that you're so much more than that. What are some of the self-care tips that your clients are finding most helpful, or that you find this is tried and true, definitely try to work this one in?
Sure. So when I typically meet with a client, we have about an hour and a half nutrition assessment where I do first ask the questions of, stress and chronic stress levels and sleep habits and exercise regimen, because all of those take a huge role in self-care. And all of those are more important to provide relief or management with before even starting the meal plan. I feel that having a strong foundation with those things, along with the plan that I provide them, is very important. So stress management techniques that I utilize with my clients a lot is with breathing techniques, meditation, tapping into their preferences. Do you like to go walk your dog, read a book? Instead of having that glass of wine, what can we replace that with? Or what type of exercise regimen are you following? Are you working out very hard 7 days a week? Is that too much? Is your body healing and relaxing? Or do you need to throw in another day of walking? So I find the stress management techniques that I provide that is completely individualized, that I guide with my client on a one-on-one basis, really helps with the entire program that I provide, to which then helps with the balance of the nutrition piece as well.
Right. Yeah, when you're less stressed, you're able to make those changes from a nutrition standpoint. You're able to make time to meal prep and get everything ready, and experiment with different recipes and things like that. I know you make it really easy from a meal plan standpoint, but it is still a shift. It's still a change.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm finding more and more, the more people I talk to, stress is such a huge component that just keeps showing up everywhere, where people are just so just like frazzled from stress and not able, to your point earlier about how can your body best perform, whether you're couch to 5K or a professional athlete or somewhere in between, how can you perform the best? And that when that stress is elevated for a prolonged period of time, we're like setting ourselves up to not be able to perform at the level that really we are capable of, for sure.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I love that you cover that. I think that's so important.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so necessary from a confidence standpoint, but also just from an overall, like, how can I feel good in my own body standpoint?
Yes, and just really, I find that, priority is a big thing. It's one more thing that they have to add on their plate of a very, very busy lifestyle. And so trying to reword things differently. Well, maybe we'll just take that extra 10 minutes out instead of something else, or maybe we'll take that extra 10 minutes to meal prep, or 20 minutes for the entire week out of a 24-hour day. It's really not that much. So just trying to change that mindset a little bit, try to make it a priority as best as we can. I mean, it's never going to be perfect, and I would never expect a client to be perfect, because I don't think that's as healthy in itself either. So yes.
Yeah. The stress and the perfectionism, two interesting things that come up, I think, for so many of us.
Right.
That's really interesting. What do you think, from a priority standpoint, what are some ways we can look at prioritizing nutrition, prioritizing self-care? What are some ways, because to your point, everybody is so busy. We've got our attention being drawn in so many different ways. Are there some things that you recommend to your clients to help move that nutrition and self-care and exercise piece kind of to the front of the line, so that it comes ahead of maybe some other things that we're also focused on?
Right. I think a big thing is having support at home, getting your husband or wife or kids on board, having your kids help meal prep, maybe getting depending how old they are, maybe able to chop up some vegetables, or just helping mom put them in containers or scooping things out. So making it more of like a fun family, getting the whole family on board type thing. Also just trying to have maybe 1 day or 2 days where you're, double or tripling up on prep versus trying to prep and plan every single evening.
Yes.
So have a date set and a time, Sunday after the kids are to bed, or Sunday when I get home from whatever, I'm doing, or before I go to bed, maybe I'll just take the 10 to 20 minutes out and just put everything together for the week. And then I'll just have to wake up, grab it out of the fridge and head out the door. And then you just feel more successful starting your day off that way. So having family support, I think, is good. Or also just having that marked in your calendar, planned out, that extra, scratch out that extra 10, 20 minutes to get those food items ready for the week.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think that's so important. What do you think about morning routines, evening routines? Are there things that we could be incorporating? Because I love your point about it doesn't have to be a huge time commitment. It can just be 10, 20 minutes. It can be, we're going to swap one activity for another activity. So are there things that we can try to incorporate on a daily basis, morning and evening maybe, that will help us feel better, not only from an energy standpoint, but also from a mental and emotional standpoint too?
Sure. I think a lot of people that I come across tend to be very rushed in the morning, and they wake up at that last second to get everything ready. So just providing
they're tired. We're hitting this.
Yeah, that's news. And then they're stressed and frazzled throughout the day because they didn't get the food that they wanted to bring with them, or their kids forgot their lunch or something like that. So just allowing yourself a bit more time in the morning, which can be difficult because those extra 10 minutes are crucial if you're not, getting the proper sleep or you're very busy. But in the long run, those small improvements make huge, huge changes in overall lifestyle, and just creating those habits from the start. Taking the 21 days they say to establish that habit, and you'll feel better in the long run to just wake up, grab and go, have the kids stuff ready, or if you're without a family, to just grab and go for yourself, and then you feel more confident and ready to start your day, and just well prepared, and you're having the right foods that were provided on your plan, and it's just a better start of the day. And then evening, just taking the time out for yourself. Many people don't take the time out for themselves, even if it's 5 minutes. Go up in your room, sit on your bed, deep breathing techniques, or taking 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes just to think about your day, or writing your day down, or just taking that time out for yourself. Like, I think that's very important. I find that's very important for myself with 2 little kids, especially a little baby. And I always, it's hard for me to do every day, but I do try to do at least 3 times a week to get upstairs, sit in my room, have a little peace and quiet. And it helps. Even 5 to 10 minutes makes me a better mom, better wife. It helps with overall balance for, I find for myself too.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's amazing what 5 difference of deep breathing alone will do for you. Yeah, I love that. I'm still amazed at the power of our breath.
Yes.
Right?
100%. Yep.
So you've brought up balance a couple times, and I think that's such a key to feeling just overall well, but certainly to feeling confident and to feeling like yourself. So when you think about balance, not only from a nutrition standpoint, but also from a lifestyle standpoint, what are the things that are coming up for clients, and what are some ways that you're able to help them create more balance?
I find that the biggest thing, because again, I do work a lot with athletes and people that exercise, that there is an imbalance of exercise and nutrition. They tend to over-exercise and under-nutrition. So that leaves them, not feeling their best, and greater risk of injury, and just overall lacking energy and things like that. So I find that's one of the biggest things that I deal with, and I do my best to provide not any drastic changes, very small changes, because they're so used to living this way and exercise feeling good from exercise and expecting that euphoric feeling after they work out. So different, not necessarily cutting out exercise completely, but maybe not as intensive an exercise that day, maybe just a walk, maybe just an active rest day. And to make sure that the nutrition piece is the foundation of that current exercise regimen versus under nutrition to possibly lose weight or to reach a goal. So that is where I help people find a better balance with the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's not a short term. I feel like even if they only go through, let's say, one round of a program with you, my sense and having collaborated with you in some other programs is that the tools that they're learning and the skills that they are developing can serve them for a lifetime. I mean, this isn't we're going to, get you here and then that's it. It's more, here's your foundation, here's your base, and we're going to build on top of that as well, and then keep you going, forever and ever.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, to stay on that path. I think that's so important. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I want to ask you. I would love to chat about sugar for a little bit, because that was a downfall for me for years and years. And I sat in on a lecture that you gave quite a while ago about sugar. And this was after I had had my health coach training. So I had a basis in, sugar knowledge too.
Yeah.
And I left that lecture and thought, wow, yes, that is a totally different way to look at it. I love it so much. Can you talk to us a little bit about sugar cravings and what we can be doing for them?
Sure. So sugar cravings tend to happen if you find yourself eating sugar on a regular basis. It's more of a chemical reaction in the brain that is forming a mild to moderate to even high addiction to sugar. And that takes place if consumed almost on a daily basis. If you find that you need sugar, that 2-3 p.m. time of day, you feel kind of a little bit of a slump and you want a piece of sugar. So that's kind of starting the sugar cycle of maybe having a little bit more than you want to on certain days. So I find that it's more of a reaction in the brain that your brain's craving the sugar. So we tend to reach, for more sugary things if we're eating sugar on a regular basis. If you cut it out and replace it with healthier sweet type foods like fruits or, different healthy desserts that don't necessarily have to 100% negate added sugar. I mean, as long as if it has a sweetener like honey or maybe coconut sugar or a little bit of stevia to sweeten things up. I would never expect a client to 100% cut sugar cold turkey and then, and be okay with that. So it's one of those things where it depends on the client and kind of where they are with the sugar thing, to whether they need to be weaned off the sugar slowly or whether it's something, let's try to just replace with a healthy snack. Mm-hmm. But it is a chemical reaction in the brain, so it can kind of take over. And it's one of those things that I find is a very big challenge with my clients at this time, because it's hidden in so many things. Yes. So it can be a scary thing to work with clients, because they don't realize how, I don't want to say addicted, but how reliant they were on that sugar product until they start weaning themselves off. And then once their body is rid of most of the added sugar, the difference that they feel is amazing. They tell me they've never felt so good in their life, and they have so much energy and they sleep so much better. Their performance is greater. They notice changes in their skin. And because sugar has such a negative effect on gut health if consumed chronically, and your gut health, with all the new research out there, has a really strong connection to your mind and your brain. It's linked to your nervous system. Yeah. So just really cutting added sugar out as much as you can, to have that healthy gut flourishing, to have the right body-brain connection. Mm-hmm. I teach my clients about, healthy foods for gut health, to help promote that healthy bacteria. And also gut health takes place when we have medications and stress and other factors. So it's not only sugar. So I don't want to think if you eat sugar, you're hurting your gut health. There's many other factors that can negatively affect gut health. So it's taking time to go through all of those things with my client and having a healthier balance to provide a healthier gut, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And thank you for making that connection. I felt like sugar might have been from left field, but I knew you could hold it all together from a mindset and a confidence standpoint. And it's amazing the impact that it has on us.
Yes.
I think head to toe, inside and out, the impact. Yeah.
And I always tell my clients, if you're going to go have an ice cream cone, go have an ice cream cone. Like I don't ever say you can't have added sugar ever again. It's just having a healthy relationship and a healthy balance and providing the guidance and the tools for them to have that healthy balance. And it's not necessarily willpower. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have the willpower. It's more, you just have to have the proper tools and guidance. And that's what I provide my clients to get through those challenging times if they have a challenging time with sugar.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you do a great job with that, with sugar and with everything else too, whether it be lifestyle, whether it be meal planning, or anything else that you're working on together. I love that, let's set them up with the tools and the skills that they need so that they can run with it and make it work for them. Because to your point, every plan is going to be different and everybody has, different stressors and different lifestyles. And I think we talked about some of the things that kind of are pretty common that we're both seeing. There is a customization, of course, but I love that, setting them up for success long term. I think that's fantastic. Yeah. Katie, what is next on the horizon for you, business wise?
Sure. I mean, I do a lot of one consulting, so I mainly work with clients on a one-on-one. I do nutrition seminars at different locations. Doing one at Pure Barre right now in Pittsburgh, where we meet monthly. And tomorrow is my healthy relationship with food seminar at the Pittsburgh Pure Barre location, and it's just a 30-minute, very intimate chat, Q&A type thing. And then, from there, I also speak at other locations. But right now on the horizon, I also do worksite wellness. So I have done some talks at different business locations. I actually, in December, I will be a speaker for U of R for all of the nurses mentorship program. It's about 90 nurses. They have this mentorship program that they're starting this year, and I'm going to be their annual speaker to discuss how to eat working crazy hours and the late night shift, and not how to always go for those cookies that the patients' families bring in, and so it's and just how working those hours and feeling the effects of not getting great sleep and how it does what it does to overall health. So just providing a good balance with nutrition. So I have great things in store. My favorite thing really is to work one-on-one with clients. So I love that. So just getting that going and building that aspect of my business, and it's been going very well.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that. And just to clarify, so you're in upstate New York, but you also work with clients virtually, right? Yeah. So our friends watching who are not in the upstate New York area, don't fret. Katie is available to you as well. So Katie, for our friends watching, where can they find you and learn more about all of the awesome work that you're doing?
Sure. You can find me at KatieVaughnNutrition.com. It explains my whole story, all my experience as an athlete myself, and a little bit more about metabolic efficiency and the credentials that I have, and also the programs that I offer. There are some educational pieces on there as well. So my website is the best way to contact me if you're interested in learning more.
Perfect. And we'll include that in the video description as well. So if you didn't catch that, not to worry, we'll include it in those notes. Katie, thank you so much for being with us today. I love your message. I love the balance, finding out the serve your body well, and also the self-care management that will serve your body well as well, because I think that is such a key to feeling confident. So friends, if you liked this too, Katie and I would be so grateful for a thumbs up, and also super grateful if you'd subscribe to the channel. I'll have more awesome guests like Katie more of my favorite people, as well as some mindset videos and meditation videos as well. So I hope to have you as part of this community. And Katie, thank you again. So grateful for you being here with us today.
Thank you so much, Meg. It was a great time.
Thank you.